What's going on, everybody? Anthony here. Six Scale Mafia, episode 96. Happy Saturday. Greetings, Rob.
Hello.
Look at you, man. Looking fit, man. Looking fit.
Yeah, you know, I'm it's the water diet and good living, no booze and all that.
Yeah, man. Good times, man. Good time. What do you got? Are you putting some flavor in the water? Or?
No. Ice.
Oh.
You know
okay.
what?
Okay.
I just like the act of drinking. It really doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, me too.
And
I like the act of smoking too. That's why I'm always fucking vaping.
I just love, I think my favorite beverage in the world is really just ice water. I mean, look,
It is refreshing.
Look at it. Two things.
Oh, you came prepared, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
Like, that's awesome.
By the way, do you know what today is, or what today would have been? What today actually is? But August 19th. It's Gene Roddenberry's birthday, the creator of Star Trek.
Wow, you're right.
And if he was still alive, he would have been 102 years old today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Over a century.
I know.
I mean,
World War II vet.
Yeah. Imagine no Star Trek. Not now. Not now.
You know what? I do imagine. No, I wear a Star Trek
going.
2009. You know, you said don't. I promise I'll be good.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I still haven't seen season 2.
What?
I know, right? I know. So, anyway,
guys.
Yes, there. I guess there is, right? I mean, there is. I mean,
I don't know. It's fine.
I know
people love it.
Well, are there sequel trilogies for Star Wars?
Yeah.
Other than this, Heir to the Empire. I mean,
well, yeah. I was gonna say. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, my man. I don't know either, my man. But real quick, guys, let me just say hi to everybody in the chat, man. Fat Batman, my brother, man, upgrading his channel membership, dude. Thank you so much, my dude. Funky Cold Santa's also in the house, man. How will Mafia make room for a Dewback in his display? Find out in today's episode. Yeah, bro. I mean, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, man, movie canon, Force, man, Boba Fettuccine, Rockamon, Chris celebrating 3 months. My dude says it's been a blast getting to know you. Wish you continued success, man. You as well, brother. Dude, it's been awesome, man. So many people. Charlie Unicorn. Great. All this heat dropping. Then they drop Locutus on us. Why?
I'm waiting.
I know. I've got it. I know.
Can't wait.
Yeah, just there was delays, but yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome to everybody out there who's,
No, people are loving it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah. I did some work too. A little low key, but people will stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah. Good work you did.
Well, thank you. So
you did. I mean, you gave me privilege. I was privy to something. I'm excited.
Well, I appreciate. Yeah, I'm excited too. You might even be able to spy something behind me, but anyway, I tease, guys. How was your week, man? The week just flew by.
Yeah,
me. I was working all week.
It's been good. There's just a lot going on. I'm we're doing a second unit shoot. I've been finishing up another movie. It's kind of a secret. That's not secret. It's just I haven't been saying much about it, but it's this movie called The 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘, and we're doing a second unit, just an effect shoot to get we need some close-ups of a guy being whipped. So we're shooting it at an effects studio. And
wait, does this have anything to do with the Star Wars porn that you were in?
No, I mean, well, everything has to do with that. I fantasize about it every day. No, but no, this is something else. No, non-pornographic.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I've just been streaming and hanging out and working on some models and working on the 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘 and all that.
Getting it together. Yeah, I rearranged a little myself. I was moving things around and moved the arcade over here, moved the DeLorean over there, and just
and can we talk about New Wave Toys, what they dropped this week?
We absolutely look at that, man.
Oh, bro.
You don't need to. Yeah, of course.
Dude.
We should actually talk about this right now before everybody else gets in here, because I don't know how many are into.
Well, did you see that Bob Dylan has the Coke machine?
He did. He has his Coke machine. His Coke machine.
And for those of you at home, I don't mean like a Tony Montana hoovering up Peruvian flakes. I'm talking about a Coca-Cola machine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, he's got.
They were giving it to their. You know what the thing is though? It bums me that I'm not part of their group because I have. I think I have 7, 8. I have 8 arcade machines, and I have a machine.
Yeah, I've got 5. But I'm getting the new Coke. But
yeah, but it's not up for sale yet, is it?
No, but if you would see, you guys want to make sure that you are on their newsletter. Sign up now.
Okay.
It may be a little late now, right? Obviously, but if you're signed up, then you're going to get privy to.
Someone's got to help a brother out because I want a new Coke machine.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get one because they will.
Don't I know people?
Yeah.
Don't I know people who I have to talk to? And
Yeah. Well, speaking of, I mean, Shiloh's going to come back on Tuesday, September 4th. We're going to also be talking again about these things. So
yeah, I mean, that Berzerk is great. I love that they're putting Berzerk out, and I'm getting the Berzerk version.
Okay, see, what I think is cool is this is the first time that they've done a bundle.
Oh, I thought.
Well, yeah, but you can buy both for $312.
Yeah, but they got both games in them, right?
They do. But that's kind of like what they did before. I mean, 1942, 1943.
Yeah.
2 different boxes, but they both have both games on it. And Ghosts and Goblins and Ghosts and Ghouls, same thing. I know. I
might have to do that. The Frenzy, just because it says Frenzy, and I want Frenzy.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool, and it's kind of distressed. It has the weathering, it has the lock on it, so people can't steal the quarters. Like it's cool, man. The only commotion that I've heard so far is that it doesn't have the original
joystick.
Oh God, no, I forgot his name. Oh my goodness. The Stern logo's not here. It's an Atari logo. So some people are like, hey, what the heck? Because that's not how it was. But I don't know if it's a licensed thing or what. Who knows? But
I didn't even
I'm
notice
excited.
That.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same game though.
Yeah. No, it's the same game, of course, dude. So, pretty awesome though, right? I mean, this is the first one that they've done too with the coin op. So the coin works this time around.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. I want Joust. I want Defender and Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Star Castle. That's a vector graphics game. But I love these things. Although it's getting to the point where I really have to ask myself, like you, I went and bought those mats, the black. Mats,
yeah. The UV mats.
They're like $9 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 4 of them. I'm gonna need more.
Yeah.
But I need to do what you did. I need to build an arcade.
It's fun, man. It's a fun little project.
Yeah, because I've got to get an arcade because otherwise. But you know what I want to make? I want to make Flynn's arcade from Tron.
Oh, that would be
Jeff
sweet.
Bridges was Flynn and he had his own arcade.
Yeah.
So I've got to make a Flynn's arcade sign and build a Flynn's arcade. I mean, it's a huge room, so I could never, I'm not going to duplicate Flynn's actual arcade.
Sure, of course.
But it would be cool to be able to put games back to back and have like a corridor,
Yeah. Gosh, that would be cool.
But Berzerk, man, I was really stoked to see that.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, and for Benny, this is New Wave Toys. So they've been making 1/6 scale replicades. I mean, they're the arcades, man, fully playable. A lot of them have HDMI ports you plug into your TV if you want. Some come with a second controller.
Yeah, I was it's not plugged in, but I was rocking my Centipede the other day.
Oh, see,
I was playing and it's fun. Like it's the exact. So for those of you people don't know, it's an exact replica of the Centipede game. I mean, it's an emulation. It looks exactly the same. It's got the trackball controller. You got the fire button here, and then you can either have 1 or 2 players that lights up, and then the cabinet light lights up too. It's really great. I mean,
they're awesome. I love them, but it's a rabbit hole, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because Centipede was the first one they did, and then they did Tempest, and
Street Fighter.
and
Street
then
Fighter 2.
the one I was an idiot. I didn't get Street Fighter, I didn't get Food Fight, and I didn't get Dragon's Lair. That was dumb.
Yeah, see, I've got Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Street Fighter 2, 1942, Missile Command, Ghosts and Goblins on the way, when it's ready. And that's it. I know, and that's the problem with them too, right? Is because you end up getting their value goes like way up, man, as soon as they're gone. So
yeah,
they definitely hold their value.
And what's great about them is like I love putting my civilian Hot Toys figures, like a civilian Tony Stark. I've got the Tony Stark. I think he came out in 2012, where he has the arc reactor, but he's in the black T-shirt, and it comes with the unfinished Captain America. Shield and and then I've got the 2-pack from Winter Soldier, where you have the civilian Steve Rogers. Mm-hmm. So it's cool to take your civilian figures and put civilian Hot Toys figures and put them with the games.
Oh yeah, like for me, I've got all the Stranger Things kids in there right now. But then I had Bill and Ted. I had the T-1000 looking for John Connor. Just fun. It's a sandbox.
Well, what's great about I've got the T-800 wearing the punk rock, the Hot Toys.
Oh, the Tech Noir.
The Tech Noir, and put him in there. I'll have to get
Dude, that's awesome.
I know.
Yeah, they're really cool, man. But no, I'm excited for this. So, like I said, Shiloh will be back on the first week of September. We'll talk about these. We'll talk about the Coke machine, the BMX, bikes that they're doing, Zoltar, of course. I mean, it's super cool, man.
The next thing, you've got to get E.T. and Elliot on a bike.
Dude, there was a custom I've seen before.
Yeah.
Which was really cool, but other than the Iron Studios little 10 scale statue, but I'd like a 6 scale. How cool would that be? I
know.
Yeah, dude, we're all about I'm all about the, you know what I mean? If I can recreate that, dude, that's awesome. So, but guys, that's New Wave Toys. If you guys haven't already checked them out, if you're into it, but it is a rabbit hole. Well,
the thing is, the price point, the $150 price point is very much worth it. I think
so too.
And,
I think so too.
They're really well constructed, and the thing that killed me the most was that in Space Ace, inside the cabinet, it has a 6-scale Laserdisc player, and it came with a 6-scale Laserdisc.
Yeah, man, they both do. But you don't have Dragon's Lair.
But I didn't get Dragon. I didn't realize.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair I think was yours white?
White and gray.
Oh, and look at this. I've got it sitting right next to me.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is the one Laserdisc with the whoa.
So much for that Laserdisc.
I know, right? With the detachable
There's
remote.
Your Dragon's Lair lasers. Now it won't play. Now the game won't work anymore.
Right. So I think Dragon's Lair is the black one. I don't know where it's somewhere over there. But so they both came with one, which is cool, man. It's freaking sweet, dude. It's freaking sweet, dude. Logan, my man, thanks so much. Dude, love the shirt. Currently reading The Last Command, dude. See, that's the sequel trilogy. I'm sorry, guys. Those of you who have never read the books, go read Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. I'm serious. Or listen to the audiobook. It's a great narration.
Now you get Thrawn and Ahsoka.
Do we?
Well, maybe not that version of Thrawn.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Version of Thrawn.
I'm looking forward to it, but I hope I'm not let down, I guess. It's fair. I don't know. I didn't watch Rebels. That's where a lot of people were introduced to Thrawn. So that kind of story, I guess, is carrying over into the show. I don't know how he was. I just know the trilogy, the books. So if they do them right, cool, man. I don't know. But Lewis Labitz, dude, 17 months, dude, of channel membership, dude. Thank you, my man, so much. Says Mafia Crew just saying yo, everyone. And Robert Meyer Burnett, what's up? Dude, thank you, brother. Up? I hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Force. Yeah, is it storming bad in your area?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No, we're not going to get. It's been downgraded to Category 2, and
it's like a breeze.
Yeah, we're
Well,
not supposed to get. I mean, it's supposed to rain here a lot, which is
yeah.
good. I mean,
Mhm.
it's great. Can't remember the last time I remember it raining in August, but it's just good for the area because we had so much rain over the winter, and
Mhm.
we're mostly out of drought conditions in California. But this storm will definitely benefit the Southwest because a lot of the Southwest still needs a lot of rain. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
almost never get rain. We'll get a monsoon season, and it's crazy for like a week, and that's it.
yeah.
You know. But yeah, in Vegas, I guess it's been raining the past 2 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the desert areas can always use it. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, like we could use it too. Like we get those damn dust storm haboobs, man. Those things are fucked up, man. It's this wall of dust that just takes over the whole fucking city.
yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And you try to drive in there and there's like zero visibility. So if you're stuck in traffic and all of a sudden one of these things hits, dude,
Oh yeah.
it's bad. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen here, like around this time of year, dude. So yeah. No, that's good because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what was happening over on your end, but I've heard a few people in Vegas are like, yeah, it's pretty rainy right now and stuff. But as long as it's cool like that, because I was like, what, a tornado or a hurricane? What? I was like, what? Like,
Yeah, you know what? Nothing could be like the storm that Sideshow Toys was going through, yesterday? 2 days ago.
oh my god, yeah, I know, right? Nice, nice segue on that. No, I I do want to talk about that too. We do still have a couple more people coming in, but we should actually bring up that because I haven't even talked to you about it. Let's start with this Joker. So did you attempt to get the Joker first of all?
No.
No, you're just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna try.
No. I've got an InArts Joker. I've got 2 DX Jokers from Hot Toys. I just don't care. Like, I don't care.
Oh.
Like, here's the thing. Here's what I find so strange.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I've had so many Jokers now, and I love the Heath Ledger Joker.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, I've got the 2 DX versions of this, and I have the InArts Joker. Why do I need this? Like,
that's a fair point.
Like it's like, why do I need this? Like, as opposed to how first of all, here's the funny thing I'll tell you, and I think I've said this before, from a philosophical standpoint.
Mhm.
When Justin was here in LA, before he went to Vegas to cover the InArts event, I went over where he's taking all the pictures, and I held all the InArts toys, all the figures. I held Joker, Aragorn, Gandalf, Batman, and they're great. They're great. The Bruce Wayne, the overcoat that he comes in, I couldn't stop touching the fabric, and they weren't even finished. They were awesome.
Mhm.
But at 6 scale, how much better can they possibly be? I mean, it gets to the point at that level, like I mean, maybe if you're Denobi or something, you can delve into maybe some buckle isn't as brass looking as it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Sure. If you want to, like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I mean, it gets to the point where, like, what is it? You might like a head sculpt a little better,
Mhm.
but how much better? You know, and if you, to me, if you at 6 scale, there's a law of diminishing returns. You know, and I am, if I have to wait in line for something, or I don't care. I'm like, I have that. I have that in like multiple versions of it.
Right. Yeah, I get.
And,
yeah. So I get,
like at that the thing on the right, the shot on the right,
Mhm.
the one on the left is great. I just don't like seeing the teeth. I don't know why, but it's great. But is it better than InArt? I don't know.
I don't know either. But I tell you, it was $515.
Yep.
I did get one. Out the door, it's $570
Sure.
for me after tax and shipping.
And when's it going to be there?
Q3, Q4 of next year.
Maybe
earlier, maybe later. I don't know. It's a bit of money, and one could argue that the InArt was the same, right? It was like $1,100, but for the 2-pack. So if you kind of break it down, I mean, it's very comparable price wise.
But I mean, the thing is, I still have yet to read from a philosophical standpoint. What are you getting better?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, it's better. Is that subjective or is it objective? I mean,
no, I mean, I think that both. I think
Yeah.
I think when it comes to figures, I mean, it's really interesting because there's a lot of vitriol in the action figure community.
You don't say.
I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
of vitriol, and now I've been since I was a little kid buying 12-inch GI Joes in the 70s.
Mhm.
I've been buying action figures my whole life. We are living at a time when the action figures we're getting are infinitely, the level of quality of them, even third-party figures, is so far beyond what I was able to get most of my life that I'm
Same.
pretty much
Yeah.
happy with just about anything.
Yeah.
You know, so I look at this stuff and I'm looking at, you're creating this demand. Like everybody wanted that Anakin Skywalker with the rooted hair. There's
Sure.
like, and people are, I read some guy somebody on Facebook it was great because he got roasted in the comments, but he's talking about, I've been dealing with Sideshow toys for so long, and I'm one of
I
their
saw that post. Anyway,
prime,
continue. Yeah.
I'm one of their prime customers. Like everybody who's been dealing with I've been buying from Sideshow for almost 25 years.
Yeah.
Back since 2002, 2003, you know, when they were pretty much brand new. I was getting Buffy figures and Bond figures. That's how far back I go with Sideshow. And I'm like reading this guy's post. I'm like, I would never think that. Like, well, I'm one of their best customers. I've been buying from them for 25 years. I deserve preferential treatment. Why? Why would I deserve preferential treatment? You mean like the other thousands of people that have been buying from Sideshow that also think they deserve preferential treatment? I mean, my whole thing is like, if you want a figure, I think you should be able to buy it. I don't care about exclusivity or look what I have. I've got this thing. Like, who cares? Nobody cares. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Nobody cares when like
you're going to flex online, be like, hey baby, check this out. I've got a rooted hair Anakin. Come on over and check it out.
I think a lot of people, you know, we were talking about this a little earlier in my Discord server.
It does, by the way, your comment. It does. It looks great. That rooted hair Anakin looks great. And I put on layaway the exclusive Anakin, the Comic-Con, you know, the dark side Anakin.
The dark side Anakin from back in 6 years. 7 years.
Yeah, and I paid it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they told me they didn't have any more. And I had on layaway, I paid it off, and I was waiting for it, and they said, oh, we're sorry, we have to refund your money.
Oh, with Sideshow, right?
Yeah, with Sideshow.
Yeah, that happened to Lael as well. A lot of people. That was like one of the only times they came up short. It was weird.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, it was weird. And I'm like, okay, I didn't get mine that I paid off. And I'm like, how do you not know how many you have? Like if you put something on layaway, wouldn't they just put it away? Like, okay, here's the layaway table.
Yeah, you'd think that would be part of a purchase order that's like inventoried. Like,
yeah,
you know, you're like, oh, okay, we have 1,000 units. Well, 800 of these are on they're accounted for.
Right.
So what would they do? Oversell? I mean, they clearly oversell.
But what I find interesting about this whole in-art thing is like, okay, so this is Hot Toys' direct response to in-art. I mean, they're
pretty much, yeah.
And I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But you know, what about putting out all the other things that you guys have taken pre-orders on? You know, I mean, it's like you know, how long? I don't know. I mean, I guess I just maybe I'm reaching the end of my 6 scale collecting because it's not fun anymore. Like if I want to get something, I want to be able to buy it. This element of scrambling around to buy things is annoying. You know?
I agree, but I will say that I thought that the way they did this queue system for these two figures was pretty smooth.
Oh, I thought so too. I mean, I appreciated them doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
because I was having nothing but nightmares before with all the other ones that they were doing. Right now, we could debate whether or not exclusivity matters because some people want it, right? Some don't give a shit. You're just like, dude, I just want to figure. I don't care.
Yeah, you want to get
some clout or anything.
In my mind, I want the best version of the figure that exists. That's what I want. I want the best version of the figure. And of the Jokers, you know, I'm really happy with that in-art set. And while certain things about it I might have changed, but in terms of, I've got 2 of them. You know, I have 2 Jokers. I have one the diorama, the prison diorama I have right over here on a shelf, which I really like. It's not under glass, or it's not in a case or anything. And the other one's under in a display case. But I like the fact that it's sitting underneath my die-cast Code 3 Slave 1. That's worth quite a pretty penny if you so it's,
well, yeah, yeah, of course, man.
And I'm like, okay, there's a few collectibles over there, but that's the funny thing. I mean, it just comes down to what is it you want. And the fact that these things, I mean, I guess that I would think that a company like Hot Toys would just make as many as they're going to sell. But because do they really make that much more money?
Listen, okay, Joker was a fucking $2 million day for Howie.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. If they sold 4,000 worldwide at $515 a piece, or even in the States.
Well, that's retail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. But I mean, how much? They still netted like $2 million, bro. I mean, like, how much does he really put in? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was a good day. I mean,
it was a good. No, it was a great day.
So
they could have sold 8,000 and made double.
They could have. They probably could have. But would it have been right? Would it have been as popular or demanding if they just put it up like a regular?
No, I know. It's. I mean, one of the things, like, if you look at the difference, because we were just talking about New Wave. New Wave puts up pre-orders and they're up for like a month. If you want one of their cabinets, you have ample time to order it and you'll get it. Yeah. And
Mondo X06, I mean, same model.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, which I like. So they know how many they're going to make. They give people enough time. You get a month to order them, and then you get what you want. And even HasLabs, you got a lot of that. The Ghost. When is the Ghost? You know what? I don't even collect those vintage figures anymore, but I'm going to buy that Ghost.
Yeah, it's soon, right? First week of September.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But hey, Dante, my man, what's good, my dude? Man of Hot Collectibles. I don't know if you've ever met Rob or Rob met Dante, but hello.
How you doing? I think we met before. How you doing, guys?
I think we did meet once before.
Okay, it's been a while, so I wasn't sure, and I'm old.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, bro.
Yeah. Good, man. Like, good. Been packing, last minute. I'm traveling tomorrow for vacation, so
Jamaica,
you know how that
right?
is. Yeah, Jamaica, man.
Wow,
nice.
It's gonna be a fun vacation.
Yes, dude. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about, I was on your show the other day, when we had the was it Anakin, right? Jeez, yeah. Everything's a blur this week. But we're just talking about how the process went. Does it matter? Like, whereas Rob's like, I just want a figure. I don't want to have a challenge to get it. I don't care about the exclusivity so much. What were your thoughts on that?
I also feel that there's like there's a speculator issue too. I think there's a lot of people that buy to speculate, which is what happened in the comic book market as well. There's people that are, and I'm like, buy stock, dude. There's better ways to make money. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like worth. SixScale's very rarely like worth. You can't look at it like an investment.
No.
I honestly don't. I don't.
Plus,
think
when they
so,
repop a figure or do something, then it's
Yeah, but I mean, there was there's people out here that were trying to get the Joker and the Anakin just to flip it, and I feel like, what are you gonna make? Like $200, $300? You can only get one of them.
And you know what? It's funny. I understand people doing that, but it's like they're toys. They're figures. They're supposed to bring joy to collectors. And I feel like, look, I'm not going to begrudge anybody for making a living, but
sure.
but taking away being a speculator and taking away for somebody who legitimately really wants the figure as a big Star Wars. Like, I would not want to see Lael not get a figure he wanted and have a speculator get it in front of him.
And that happened. That happened with both of these figures.
And and Lael, of all the people, he loves Star Wars. And I would want to make sure that he would get it. Yeah. And somebody who doesn't care as much as he does gets it. But that's just, I know it's the way of the world or whatever, but still.
No, yeah, I agree. But yeah, to your point, what do you think about all that, Dante?
Yeah, I think right now it's kind of difficult to flip hot toys. Maybe in the past was a bit better to do that. Now is really difficult. First, because we have too many collectors out there, and the way the pre-orders were working in the past, we had a lot of dead stock too. So a lot of collectors have, those figures already, right?
Right.
So, like you said the other day, Anthony, I guess it will take some time for the market to stabilize a little bit and to be, like the way it used to be before in the past. Like many years ago, you used to pre-order a figure, then it was sold out. Then 2-3 months later, it was sold out everywhere, like
Yeah.
difficult to get. And then when you were trying to get it, you were paying double, or I don't know, 30% more of what you paid originally, right? But now it's really, I mean, I'm not gonna say impossible, but it's really difficult to flip figures. Like the best you can do is probably get your money back, if that. So, but with these particular figures, with this Artisan Edition Joker and Anakin, I don't know, man. Like, I think you might be able to get more money when you sell them, because obviously now they're waitlisted. But I don't think you're gonna be able to make double right away, right off the bat. So still, it's
No,
gonna
it's
take
not
you
like back how it was.
right. And remember, you can only pre-order one, right? If you did what we did, let's say you got, I don't know, 3 accounts, so you got 3 figures, right? Still, you're not gonna make double for each. You're probably gonna make 100 more, or 200 more, but I don't think it's gonna be double.
Yeah, and it's just, for me though, it was that, and maybe this is my opinion, but a lot of us here, we're all part of a community, love it or hate it, right? The good and the bad. And as Rob just said, it's like, I saw a lot of people just trying to grab it to flip it. And if that's what you do, that's what you do. But I feel like, damn, there are people out there that really wanted to get it. You know what I mean? Or people that just kind of tried to get in a queue just to see what would happen. And then maybe the other person could have got it, but and it's like, damn, and it, we can't fault the system, because that's the system that gave us. Like, what are we going to do? Right. But I feel like it sucks, I think, when a lot of people, because I know a lot of people are like, damn, I really wanted to get this. And, it's whatever though, right? I mean, if Sideshow, I think that the queue system worked, but is it Hot Toys is the one that's determining this, right? They're the ones that's saying, hey, this is X amount. That's it, So I mean, what can you really? Yeah, it sucks. Like, I didn't get the Anakin. I did get this Joker. I tried to get the Anakin, but I was really only trying to get it, for my friends. Because I was like, well, shit, if they can't get it and I can get it, I'll get it for them. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. We try to look out for everybody, So, but I want to ask though too, because you have the NR Joker as well, Dante, right?
I do have the inner Joker, but I have the sculpted version. I didn't get the rooted hair. So, I'm not planning to keep the rooted hair Joker, Hot Toys Joker. I'm probably gonna do a review and then sell it, probably for the same amount of money I got it from. But I don't know, maybe because I like Heath Ledger anyways. I like the character, the Joker. So even if I get it and I like it, then I can probably have some room with it, because again, this is rooted hair. I have it sculpted, so I can kind
I
of,
guess that's,
play around with that. My conscience will be clean, I guess.
Yeah.
But if not, then I'll sell it or trade it with something else. I mean,
Yeah. Well, because to Rob's point is he has a bunch and he has the rooted, so it was kind of like, well,
right.
You were like, I don't even care, about this Joker.
I mean,
so,
for
which
comparison
I get.
purpose, it's good if you have the rooted hair Joker in art and this version as well, because you can compare both much better, right? In my case, I'm gonna do a comparison, but again, I have the sculpted hair, and even though sculpted looks very nice from in art, in my opinion, still, like, rooted hair, I think is better overall. Is more realistic look, right? But again, this is the first time we see Hot Toys go in this Artisan edition, because remember, the Wonder Woman is not Artisan edition.
That's right.
It's a regular, rooted hair Wonder Woman. So, that's, I guess, a starting point. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too, man. And Rob, I mean, I guess to your point on that, you know, it's that you're not really keen on the whole Artisan limited. You just, as you were saying, you're getting kind of burnt. I mean,
no, I mean, yeah, it's just it's getting to the point where look, I like being able to get the figures that I want to get. I used to be like, I wanted to be a Hot Toys completist, but that went out the window a long time ago. And then
yeah, it's tough.
And then it's like you just want to be able to collect the figures that you want. Like if you're a Back to the Future fan, you know, even the Marty McFly and the Doc Brown. I mean, the Doc Brown, those came and went so quickly. You know, they didn't make a lot of those.
No.
And I can understand that the pre-orders were not huge because Back to the Future 3 is not everybody's favorite Back to the Future movie because they're the Western theme. We're just not a Western culture anymore, so it's not as cool as future Marty and future Doc Brown. Yeah. So I get it. So they didn't sell as well, but those figures turned out to be great figures.
Oh, I have Doc right.
They're beautiful.
I'm waiting for Marty, you know, part 3, and dude, I love it. But
yeah, they're beautiful figures. The accessories are great. I think I'm gonna end up picking them up at some point.
You should.
Yeah, because they're good. They're really good figures.
Yeah. And, no, I'm with you. Go ahead.
And look, this is a great figure, no doubt. It's a great figure. But my question is, if rooted hair is going to be the thing from now on, well, why isn't that just a regular release? Is it Artisan because it's rooted hair?
See, that was the thing that I was mentioning on Dante's show, I think on Jay's brother cousins, you know, is that I look at it like, okay, this is a hot toy from the neck down, right? What is really different here? We've already gotten accustomed to having almost every release now having the rolling eyes feature, which used to just be a DX feature. Right now it's kind of like everything. The USB lightsabers, USB bases, those seem pretty fucking frequent now, you know. So then I look at it and go, well, what really is different? The rooted hair, is that it? I mean, and that goes for this and the Joker. I don't know until we get it in hand. Like,
and if you think about it, I mean, why don't they just make the heads available, the rooted heads, and continue to make them? You know, so you can buy a new release of Anakin, Dark Side Anakin, or whatever you want to call him, and then Hot Toys would make heads, and you know, you could buy and the heads were like an exclusive or a premium accessory, but they would keep making them based on pre-orders like anything else. If you want a rooted hair Anakin head, you can order one and just sell the head.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know if they would.
I don't know if they'd do it either, but you could sell the head for. Look, I bought a Throne of Wakanda. It was $100. You know, I mean, if you want to do this, depending on what the rooted hair is, if a rooted hair Anakin head was $150, people would buy that. It'd sell like hotcakes.
Well, that would be insanely fucking cheap.
Right.
I mean,
I don't think they would do that. I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, it will be a good option for collectors for sure. But I mean, Hot Toys is gonna make money. You know, they will not pass on the chance of reissuing this guy as or just give another version of Anakin as the Dark Side Anakin, for example.
Yeah.
You know, that would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. I will be the first one to say let's do it. But realistically speaking, I don't think it's gonna happen just because, you know, they can make a lot of money just doing that with the Dark Side, knowing that this one had a lot of momentum, a lot of demand. Imagine if they do the same with Dark Side Anakin and give us another, you know, maybe leather outfits.
I'm sure. I'm not saying they shouldn't do that, but you know, they could do both of those things. Like, so they've got your Artisan edition that's already sold out, it's gone. But I'm sure Hot Toys is thinking, maybe we should have made our edition size double what it is.
Yeah, but then would it not be exclusive enough for them? I mean, I don't know how.
I don't know.
They need to find I guess common ground and kind of discuss what is the amount of edition that we want to, the size limit for the figure, you know, because they don't want to go too much, but also they don't want to go too little, right? I think 3,000 is a good number, still low, I think, for Hot Toys. You know, if it's statue, maybe, but for Hot Toys is way more demand than statues. You know, because of obviously the price is cheaper. So I think 5,000 would have been better. You know, more doable than 3,000, or was 3,000 or 4,000? I always keep those numbers wrong.
The Anakin was 3,000. The Joker was 4.
4. So it would be 5,000. I think still would have sold out right away. Anyways, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking that because it's sold out, it's like, did Hot Toys leave money on the table, or do they like the fact that there's exclusivity? I mean, if you're a company and your desire is to make a profit by selling a product, if there's more buyers for your product that you're not fulfilling, what do they get out of making it exclusive? If they could have sold 2,000 more copies, would they have?
Because for them, because this is what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. Like, what if this Anakin was announced and it just went up for pre-order? No time shit, no faux edition size, you know, no allocations, right? It's up for pre-order. Would they have made as many sales or more, right?
Oh, I think they would have made a lot more.
You think so?
Yeah, because people would have had time. You know, they announced this and then it dropped fairly quickly, in almost like within a month.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. and if people had time to pre-order this, because it's expensive, you know, there's a lot of people that might have wanted this, but they wanted to gather their funds. They might have had to wait a month or get their paycheck in order or whatever, because it's expensive. But you know, it's fine, I guess. It's funny to me because I bought my Cyborg figure, you know, from Sideshow, and they're like, we're going to give you a free gift. We're going to give you a free Captain Marvel figure. And I was like, I'm like, this just happened. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so how are their Hot Toys figures? And that Captain Marvel figure is really good. It's the one from the movie. It's really good. Like the original Captain Marvel movie, which I already had. Yeah. But it's a really good figure. And I'm like, well, if you give me another one, that's great, because I can use the other head sculpt, you know, and have her flying or do whatever. You know, I don't have a hate on for Brie Larson or anything like that. But sure. How come there are Hot Toys figures that are in so not in demand that they can be given away as a free gift just to make room from the warehouse, and then a Hot Toys can then turn around and sell out on something like this?
Well, I think that was probably because the days of old, like Dante was talking about a little bit earlier, but you know, where they just mass produced like way too much stuff. However, what is up, Leo? My man, what's good?
What's up, bro? How you doing,
dude?
How are you?
We all hanging
out.
What
is going on? How are you? How's everybody doing?
Shit, man, talking about these.
We're having a philosophical conversation.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How about this?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the Joker. Now we moved on to Anakin. First, before I even ask your thoughts on it, did you even try to get the Anakin?
No. Okay. For a couple of different reasons, bro. One is I felt as though, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I felt as though it's overhyped. Not because it's not good. I think it's really good, but I think that people put way too much stock into this when the future is looking very bright in collecting, and there's a lot more coming. So I didn't want to invest myself in something like this, knowing, first of all, I already have this. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have the light side Anakin sculpted version, and I also have the Clone Wars version. I'm quite happy with it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm really, really, really happy with it.
And episode 2 Anakin's coming.
Yeah, bro. And episode 2 Anakin, and I'm really hype about that one. The reason why I didn't invest in this is for a couple of different reasons. One, bro, because again, the rooted hair, yes, it looks good now, but for me, it's just, okay, I'm really, really skeptical about it going forward. I said that in the very beginning, and that hasn't changed. It looks good. I'm not taking it away from this particular figure, number one. Number two, bro, it was just the system and how it works. Everybody was hyper about the Joker and, you know, the rooted version, the sculpted version, and how easily that system worked. I told people on Thursday night, this is totally different. This is totally different. You know what I mean? For me, it was totally different because Friday comes, there was no rooted option for this, no sculpted option for this. This was completely rooted, and I knew that everybody was going for this version, bro. I mean, especially when I'm looking at who said that she was number 10,000 on the list.
Jeez.
Number 10,000 on the list. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, yo, that is crazy to me. But I didn't want to go through that whole process. Plus, for me, bro, it was too much more. Like, listen, yeah, that's fine and dandy. This is out and that's cool. And I'm happy for everybody who got it because it is a phenomenal piece to have, bro. But number one, this isn't the only, you know, version or sculpted version that we're going to get from them. What is this? Their new Artisan version? It's not the only Artisan version we're going to get from Hot Toys, number one. Number two, bro, I was happy as hell when I woke up Friday morning and I saw that Dewback and that, you know, that Clone Trooper Sergeant, I mean, the Sandtrooper Sergeant released. I was happy as hell because I'm like, you're going back to the days of old. You're giving us something. That right there to me is prime real estate. That's something that I was looking forward to because, again, it's OT, something that will definitely look good in a collection and definitely look good on display. So I was already in for that. My Black Panther drop, I was happy about that. That arrives here on Wednesday. I was so excited about that. But I was a man of my word. I told people in the very beginning, this wasn't something that I was going to actually go for, but I was happy for everybody else. Yes, it looks good, but was it worth the headaches? Also, was it worth the division? Because, bro, I've seen so much hate yesterday.
Yeah,
it was just so much hate for reasons that I can't really understand. A lot of people knew that their chances were slim. You knew how the system was going to work. You knew this process. You can't say that you didn't. And honestly, bro, I'm not here to basically hate on Sideshow because they created a system that they thought would work for them, and it was successful Thursday. It's just that this was a totally different system Friday. You know what I mean? It was a totally different, you know, you instead of having two figures, you had one. So you knew that this was going to be an issue. It was going to be a scramble for it. It was going to be a whole bunch of people going after this figure. And like I told you on Thursday night, we've been saying all week, for the people who got their hands on it, in their minds, it was perfect. The system worked. For the people who didn't get it, they were like, yo, that's bullshit.
Like, system's trash.
Exactly, the system's trash. But if you were the one that got it in your hands, you would have been like, oh, this system worked. It was perfect. I got through. It was smooth. Because we saw it. We saw people who said it got through. And we saw people who said, oh, man, fuck that. It was trash. Yo.
Yeah, it was.
You feel me, bro?
I do.
It's just the way the system works, bro. It is. It's the way the shit works, man. I wasn't gonna set myself up for failure, you know. I just wasn't. But yeah, man, all the negativity that just kind of flowed through. You can't. I mean, just be excited that we are getting pieces. And for people who wanted something exclusive, here you go. Right. You got you an exclusive piece. It was limited, so here you go. I mean, I don't believe in exclusivity because I believe that everybody should have a fair share and a chance to get something that they love. I feel as though people should, and to put all your stock and eggs in a basket for something that's exclusive. Put it this way, in my mind, and this is just for me. Look, I am not hating on anybody who feels the way they do. I just feel that exclusivity is a selfish way of looking at certain things, especially when you have so many people, diehards, that love something like this, bro, and would have loved to have it. And plus, you make more money. But I mean, I understand the way they look at things, and it's highly understandable. It is what it is. Whoever got it, I'm happy for you. Whoever didn't, hey, move on to the next. Hopefully the next thing that comes around that you're excited about, you'll be able to get. But at the same time, just don't hate. The hate got to stop, but we know that's just far-fetched. It is what it is. So
I know it's, you know, and it's well said, man, because I mean, I was talking to you know, briefly with Dante and Rob just a little bit ago about it, where it was like, I just saw so much, like,
yeah, I mean,
all of a sudden it was like, well, wait a minute, no, we're not really and I'm not saying it's all kumbaya by any stretch, but it was like, you know, yo, well, we're not buddies right now because I need to get this and I'm gonna flip it, or you know what I mean? And I was like,
bro, I heard, and that's the thing. there have been people saying that they were going to flip it, and I'm like, wow. So basically, you got it just to flip it, but yet you lessen the chances for other people who actually wanted it. That's some bullshit to me, bro. That right there was some bullshit. But again, I can't hate it. Hell, I hate the simple fact that I haven't seen Dante in over a year streaming. But he's here now. Am I going to continue to hate that shit? Fuck no, I'm just going to move on. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to streaming, Dante.
For an entire year. Yeah, I hated it when he was gone. I was like, this motherfucker just dipped in for a second and then dipped out. Am I going to be mad? No, you can't tease us. That's just like a girl teasing us with a thigh and then putting her skirt back down. That's some fucked up shit. But you know what? It is what it is. He's here now. Can't
My man.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. No, fucking well
you
said.
know, I think you're right, Lael. I mean, you know, the idea is, if you're collecting these figures, what's fun about them is if you want one, you can get it. You know, and when you can't get one, then collecting figures becomes, why should there be consternation? Why should you get upset about it? If it makes if collecting an action figure makes you upset, that's sort of the antithesis of what it should be doing.
Yeah.
You know, and if like for me, in terms of things that are exclusive, like things that are exclusive, like for instance, I'll give you an example. If there's something that's Japanese only, that was only released in the Japanese market, that's cool, because then it's like a hunt. You know, there's places I can go. There's Japanese eBay. There was a model kit I really wanted, a Partworks kit, the space battleship Yamato. And it's, you know, it's 3 feet long, and I missed it because I didn't even know they made it. It's 110 piece Partworks set. Well, you know, I was scouring, and I had other people scouring Japanese eBay, and it took a couple of years, but one came up that was affordable. Yeah. And I won it. You know, I called and I got it. That's fun because it's something that you could never have gotten in the American market because it was never sold here. Yeah. That's the kind of exclusivity, or like an old third-party figure that I missed out on. You know, like Bob Dylan will find like a young John Connor he wanted or something. That's fun because I like the hunt. But when Bob Dylan,
he is the Indiana Jones of collecting, bro.
Yeah, he finds it. Bob, you know what's so funny? I was like, I missed armored Batman from Batman v Superman. Bob Dylan's like, I got your back. He hooked me up.
Hell yeah.
But that's fun, like when you're trying to find old stuff or things that you'd missed. But when you're trying to buy a new figure, it's like, why am I going to spend any time at all? It's already expensive enough. And now you're going to make me go through. But this is not to take away from anybody who got the figure. I just
bro.
Lael, I wasn't even going to bother. I'm like, I don't care. No. I'd love to get this figure, but I don't care enough about it.
And that's why I say, bro, like for the people that got it, don't hate on the people that got it, because they just knew how to work the system. They knew when to go in. They knew how to go in. It's all about learning the system. You know what I mean? Learning how it works.
It was random, though. Like, because
it was
random because I was, you know, when I was trying to attempt to get it, you know, when I was live streaming, actually, I was placed 4,000 something in you know, when I was on my computer, and then when I went to my phone, I was like 200 something. Yeah. And then when I got there, I got to the main page. And you know, Costa told us that there was a link at the bottom that if you click, it will bring you to the actual figure. So when I you know, was routed, I was on the main page, and then when I click on the figure, I was already, I was already 10,000 or 7,000 in play. Yeah. Happened to me like 3 times.
Yeah, so, and that's the only thing that that's the only thing I would say that Side should have been a bit more transparent about. Because a lot of people didn't know about that link.
Well, they did make a post in their Sideshow Facebook group. They did.
When did they make that post though?
Like during it. Like I was on Dante's.
See, that's what I'm saying. During it.
Maybe if they did it like an hour or 2.
If they did it before, bro, like that's the only thing that I'm talking about. When they do stuff like that, that's when it's a little fishy, because you wait to do that during the process, because there were a lot of people that were waiting. They were waiting in there since early in the morning. And then that link comes up and it's like, oh damn, well, you know, so
Yeah, they were like, by the way, that we're gonna randomly distribute, like, because they gave you like a
yeah,
there was like a waiting
bro.
line first.
Yeah.
So everybody got in a waiting line, and then at 9:15 our time, they're like, boom, now the doors are open, but your numbers were all different. Like, you know, Christian just mentioned,
Yeah.
'cause he was on the stream with us, that he had 200 spot, and he got in after Dante. Like 10 minutes later, he's like, okay, I'll try, and they
Yeah.
placed him in 200. So
And
I
did he
mean,
get
they
it?
said they did it. He checked, but you know, he's in Korea, so
Okay.
it's easier for him to just buy it over there. But just from checking purposes, it was like, I get what they were trying to do, because it was just randomized, and that's what they made their post about, saying like, well, we're doing this just so it's like completely impartial and random.
Right. So
I think it worked,
But it
sorry, go ahead,
worked.
Dante.
But like, for instance, like, and I'm sorry, Dante. I mean, I was just gonna say this, like, really, like, for instance, if I'm going to Comic-Con, right? If I'm going to New York Comic-Con, at the time that you're supposed to jump in, like, there's no waiting queue. You got to jump on when that time is there. You're just waiting. You just jump in, and they give you a certain amount of time to purchase. And if you don't purchase within that time, then oh well. This was a waiting queue. Like, they had people that were waiting, and it shows you where you were on the list. You know what I mean? And for them, people were thinking, okay, all right, I'm safe. I'm here, right?
Yeah.
But then when you see that link, it's like, wait, what? You know what I mean? What? So then you go from, like, if you were safe, if for instance, if you were like 150 on the list, and then you click on that link, and then you shifted all the way down to 4,000. How would you feel, bro?
You know what they should have done? They should have done this. So let's say the pre-order starts at noon, right? If you go to that link prior to noon, it will tell you you're gonna, if you are here, you will not able to, you will be rerouted at 12. No matter if you're here 2-3 hours earlier, or like since yesterday.
Mhm.
At 12 p.m. it will start, and then boom, it will send you to the right queue.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be better. But other than that, I think the overall experience was better in terms of like system not crashing. It's not perfect. There's still things that can be done differently, I think. But it's a starting point. I mean, this is not gonna be the only one. We're gonna get more of this. That's for sure. So this is like a good test, I think. They tried with Joker. Joker was smoother. I think many people got Joker. Obviously, more figures that you can get, 4,000 versus 3,000. But overall, I think it can be better. But you know, I would not trash it. I mean, very happy with people who got it.
Yeah.
Even the freaking flippers, man. They also were the same as us. You're waiting online and got it. You know?
And they got it. It's just the only thing is, when I say about those
sucks,
flippers, though,
but
man,
it sucks,
just,
but it is right.
bro.
It is the. Trust me, it sucks, but I guess you know, they did what they did. They were waiting, they were online, and they got it. You know, so now good luck flipping it though, because I don't think it's gonna go double the price. So that's another thing. It might actually flip not on their favor.
Well,
yeah, bro.
If I will just say this, I mean, you know, we got a year and a half out, bro, until these come out. These aren't like the toy fairs where they're, you know, out in a couple of months. And a lot of shit happens in 18 months, man. Some people are going to cancel their NRDs. The other people are going to be like, well, shit, I'm going to sell it cheaper than this guy, the flippers, right? So it's going to keep coming down. And as that's happening, you know, to everybody watching, it's like, don't give up hope if you missed out, because those wait lists are going to convert.
And you know what else, Anthony? Prototype versus production photos.
Also true.
A lot of people tend to change their mind on production. Literally, production comes out, oh, that doesn't look like what we were supposed to get. Oh, I'm done, I'm canceling. So then if you were on a wait list, somebody else might ship up and be like, oh yeah, I want that.
What happened if you get a puffy hair?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
you open that shit, it's like, what the hell,
bro? You open it like
Anakin.
But yeah, by production photos, your Anakin looks like Bob Ross.
Oh jeez, yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's gonna look. They're always gonna do that, though, guys. Like everything happens this way. Like even if it's a HasLab or anything else, whenever something first comes out. I mean, even we looked at like Arena Fett, a few others. You know, even in the Hot Toys world, there's the Churro fucking Spider-Man. Like there's this initial hit, And then once that hype wears off, this shit starts tapering down, and then more and more become more available through other means. And yeah, it's just but I will say real quick, man, $50 bomb, dude, from Rockamon Chris, my bro, dude. Thank you so much, my man. He says, just want to shout out Bob Dylan. He is the Switzerland of our community, probably the most helpful and most neutral. It's true. Always willing to help others and always goes above and beyond. That man has all the keys to the kingdom. If you don't know, you know. My man. Thank you so much, Chris, dude. I appreciate that. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong, man. Thank you, my man. Yeah, dude, it is. I guess at the end of the day, I mean, like, you know, a lot of people in the chat are saying, yeah, more's coming. This is the beginning of this line.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Leo, to your point, I mean, you're right. There's all this, dude, fucking, I'm just going to jump right into this. This was what excited me.
Yeah, bro. I was hyped.
I was super hyped for it. I was just like, well, wait.
I was so hyped. As soon as it hit, and as soon as I saw it, I hit up Ray. I was like, yo, Ray, what up? He said, I got you. He said, what do you want?
How cool is that, by the way?
I said, I need the standard sergeant. I said, I need the Sandtrooper sergeant in Dewback. And I said, I also need a deluxe Dewback version. I need 2 of those. I need 2 because I want to create. This is incredible. This is phenomenal, bro. And we had just had the conversation like way back that we didn't know whether or not they were going to do this. And Hot Toys was like, here you go. So this right here was this right here for me, bro, was worth my hype and my time because it was something that I wanted. You know what I mean?
How long until this drops?
A year and a half.
A year,
yeah.
I mean, but how cool is this piece? I mean, in terms of shelf presence, if somebody comes to your house and looks at your collection, are they going to look at Rooted Hair Anakin, or are they going to look at this?
They're going to look at this.
Yeah.
They're going to look at this.
Because, I mean, look at this pose. Just this pose right here with the outstretched arm and that stick.
Phenomenal.
How cool is that? I mean,
phenomenal.
That's why we collect 6 scale stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with it, man.
And that's another thing. I mean, and this is Lael, I was talking about this earlier from a psychological point of view. Like, you look at Lael's collection, you know, your collection is not about individual pieces. It is for you, but when you show it to people, it's the collective, it's the way you've displayed it, it's your detofs, it's the effect that you've created.
Yeah.
When you come down and say, now you know it's missing, and that's for you to love. But one of the fun things about having a collection is to show it to other people.
Yeah. And to see it. And
to see it. And the people that see it, the friends you'll have over, the kids of friends, when they come over, they're not going to be, I mean, we fellow collectors will be like, oh, you got a Rooted Hair Anakin. But the people that come over that are going to really enjoy your collection are not going to know the difference.
No.
Only fellow collectors are when we do streams. Like, oh my God, look at the background, you've got that. You know, and that's I think that the fun thing about having a collection is to show it to people.
Yeah, bro. It is. And it's the maneuver. The thing is telling the story. Like, and this is what we all love, is to tell stories with our collection, man. We love to create certain pieces, mix and match, do certain things that are unthinkable, bro. And this just, you know, in general, tells such an amazing story. Like, it does.
Oh, I agree. I'm so fucking, you know, this is New Hope, man. And I didn't, and the thing is, and you know, you guys all know, and I know I never went for it. I don't think you ever went for it, but remember Sideshow had done their Dewback forever, and that thing was always like upwards of $2,000. So, I mean, and you and I talked a little on your stream yesterday, but I mean, what do you think? What is this? I mean, are you going to pick them up, or 1 or 2, or, I mean, you stoked for this, man? Because I don't really remember.
I'm gonna get 4 of this. Just kidding. No, just 1. You know, I don't even know where I'm gonna put it that way. I don't even know.
That's 32 inches.
I know it's big, and I have more statues coming my way, and I don't even know where I'm gonna put those either. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Really, I'm gonna eventually, you know, be sleeping in the streets, I guess. But I mean, I have a little project happening hopefully next year, because this year I'm already broke. But my vision is to make my detached garage into studio because it's decent size, and I can make it really nice actually, but nothing is free in this world, as you know. So that's gonna be the little project. So, but I still have space to display some figures, statues, maybe like 4 statues, maybe like tops. I can display in my little display behind me. In my Mojo case, I have no idea how I'm gonna do it because that's pretty much all I have. And at the bottom is the DeLorean. If I put this one, where I'm gonna put it? So, I mean, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm gonna pre-order it anyways. But I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I have no idea.
Well, that's a future Dante problem.
That's a future Dante problem, yeah.
Right? As they say. Oh, look who's here.
Hey, what's up,
What's
everybody?
up, buddy?
Well, hello there.
How are you, my friend?
Dante, the hell?
Dante. Somehow Dante is returned.
Somehow Dante has returned out of the shadows.
What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Good, man. Good.
Awesome.
I was a bit late. I was packing, last minute packing, as I always do. I'm an expert on last minute packing. So
yeah, bro. We were just riffing on the
thank you.
The Dewback, bro. I mean,
yeah, man. Well, I think this was a good consolation prize for the people that missed out on Anakin yesterday.
I think it's better.
Man, I'm glad we got it. I'm glad we got it because I know for a minute there we were all thinking that we weren't going to be able to get it. It was just a flex by Hot Toys and was not going to come to pass, but here it is. So, as I was saying on my show yesterday, it's going to be the thing where we all sit back and put our money where our mouth is. We wanted it, now we're going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And what is this thing going for? About 700?
Yeah, for the combo,
700, bro.
Yeah.
700?
I mean, yeah, it's a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? It's a vehicle, and I know a lot of people got that, especially after Justin's review. A lot of people got that 22 Patterson Batmobile coming, and a lot of people got a lot of other Jazz Inc. stuff coming. You gotta. I hope you made room and space for this because I'll be honest with you, with my vehicles, I'm just about out of room out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where the hell am I gonna put this?
Yeah. I will shout out Mario, though. El Professor could not make it this evening, my friends. But he's with us in spirit. He's with us in spirit in the chat with everybody, dude. So I know he's excited for this too, man. I wanted to riff on it. But next time when he's not busy. But no, I'm with all you guys. Like I have a fucking I have a 6-scale Bantha shipping in the next week or two, for example.
Wow.
That was a custom that was like a year and a half ago. It's ready to go.
Wow.
And
that's
I'm
cool.
like, dude, I can't wait for it. But it's fucking huge. It's fucking huge. So it's like that's your guys' point. Like, where do we put things? I mean, you make room. Yeah. You make room when you can make room, but eventually there is no room. So
yeah,
as cool as this Dewback is, Jay's right. Like, what happens in a year and a half? I'm still planning on getting it, but you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, hell yeah, I want to get this. But then you got to really factor that in. Like we did with the Ecto 1 and the DeLorean and the Batmobiles. It's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah. It's not just the $700. It's like having a piece like this. Now look, and I said this yesterday, and I don't want to, sound like, oh, you got to do it like this, because I mean, not everybody is able. If you go to my first video, it was in my bedroom apartment, and I had to get that DeLorean and 6 detofs in there, and in a small, cramped up bedroom apartment, I made it work. So you just have to think out of the box and be creative, so you can make it work and come up with a real nice display. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's either. But if you do want, this displayed a certain way, you're dropping $700. And then even if you create a Costa case, a MAFIA case, or a muscle rack, you do the whole muscle rack thing, that's going to, on the low, that's going to be about $500 to $600 right there. So then you're $500, $700, and then we're talking about $700, $1,400 already. You know what I'm saying? To get it and to display it. So you got to take all that in consideration when you're looking at these big pieces. And I know a lot of people this week was like, "You're Jay selling things. Is Jay okay?" No, I'm not okay. What I'm not okay with is I don't have enough space.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Things had to be sacrificed, you know. So I'm like, okay, how can I really get to display the Spider-Man No Way Home collection the way I want to, with things the way they are now, because there's barely no room for another figure. So you have to let things go, or at least package them up. But yeah, space is the thing.
No, I agree. I think space is, you know, but looking at two of these though, you're like, oh my god, and this is how they get you.
Yeah,
because it would just be so badass to have like two of these. But they're 32 inches. I mean, obviously, if you did something like this, you could probably fit it on like a 4-foot rack, you know, because of the depth. It looks like it two of them could fit, but then you're like, holy shit, that's like one entire shelf.
That's so cool, though.
It is.
Bro, if you devote one shelf to it the right way, I mean, again, if you see the visual of having something like this, even the way they've done it, you know, you can go again. I got to shout out Michaels. Go down to Michaels and get you some artificial sand. Get you a muscle rack that fits, covered with sand. You'll have a nice display. If you can get like a background, create like a 6-scale background using like just a printer or whatever. And I think that you can pull this off. Like, I think it would look really, really good. Have you a couple of like stray stormtroopers in, and it'd be dope. Even if you say, for instance, if you even have some of the remnant troopers, you can use those.
Yeah, the Mandalorian speeder bike, the ones that
like
are just kicking it out there.
Exactly. There's certain things that you can actually do to bring this display to life. You know what I mean? And I think it works. It's just depending on how you want to devote that space. So again, you know, with some people, they have planned for something. And we're talking about what, almost 2 years out? And we're going to talk about even possibly with the delays. So if you plan the right way, if you're strategic about how you want to do it, you can pull it off. You know what I mean? Just don't, the thing is, don't just wait. I mean, there's payment plans, there's way that you can actually do it. Don't just wait and just dump all your money all at once, because then you might fill that rip. But again, you have a couple of years to kind of plan this out, to do it the right way. And I think you would be able to pull it off. But for something like this, it's fan-effing-tastic. But like Jay said, it does take some sacrifice on certain things that you might have, you know, and the thing is, it's like partying with figures. I mean, I've been blessed to be able to deal with the space that I have. Not everybody will be, but I've been blessed to do it strategically a certain way. You know, even talking to Toy this week, because we're scaling back on space down here, and how I want to do it is going to create even more space. But yeah, I mean, not everybody is, you know, to Jay's point, but I think it's all about now I think it's going to come down to that philosophy that we've been preaching for so long. Collect the things that you like, and not the things that people tell you to get. Only the things that you like. Because when you start getting shit that you're just getting just because, case in point, and I don't want to be that person, but I'm just sorry. If I would have basically got Anakin just because everybody else wanted it, knowing that I already have one, I'd have shot myself in the foot, plain and simple. Because then that one figure causes me to maneuver and have to move certain things around just to make it fit and make sense. That's right. And I said this during the week, and earlier during the week, even last week, I am more excited about the Attack of the Clones Anakin than this version. I love that version, and I cannot wait for that to drop. That plus Padme is going to be a nice display, and I cannot wait for it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, man. I do. And you know, I see a couple of people in the chat saying the same thing, you know, considering or even doing like rotating displays. I know, I've been doing that lately. I know, Dante, you've been kind of doing that, and I don't even mean necessarily rotating as putting stuff away. Like sometimes things just go out the door so others can come in, or if you have the other space for storage, like Mario's got a lot of space, and he rotates, around all the time, and it's great. It's refreshing, because like a lot of us don't have big spaces, and I don't mean just us here on the panel. I mean, is a community as a whole, right? I mean, a lot of us are in apartments, small rooms, whatever the case is. Maybe you got family, maybe you're exiled to this room. There's a lot of people like that, right? Like, I don't care what you do, but it stays in there, whatever. So, space definitely becomes the biggest issue. And when we're getting hit with all of this type of stuff, dude, it's very daunting, man, because I think we all want stuff, we all stuff. I mean, I want almost every vehicle, right? And I've been on the track of getting these things, and you're like, oh my god, like 5-6 vehicles, that's going to take up pretty much some people's like entire collection space. You know, it's just then where do you go with that?
Right.
You know,
And you know what? This week is going to be the test because the rumor has it is both Morbius and Electro are releasing this week, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That's the rumor. That's both of them are releasing this week. So
Wow.
that's going to be a test right there, bro.
That is.
Yeah, that's gonna be jeez, man. Yeah, museums, yeah, of course. You know, I totally get that. I totally get that. I mean, you have to kind of do that sometimes, man. Like, you know, at first I get it. You know, if you're like, all right, you know, I've got, you know, 10 figures or something, you can make that manage, you know. But then there's a certain point where you're just like, and whatever that square footage is for you, right? You know, you're gonna hit that threshold, and then it's like, I really want this. And I'm just saying the Dewback, just, you know, anything in general, right? I mean, geez, I mean, like, I know Jay, you know, Dante, I know you both, I'm not sure about Leo, or all of us except me, but like all that Spider-Man No Way Home stuff, that's a huge fucking line. You know, never mind Star Wars broken into, you know, Mando, whatever, OT, prequel, Clone War, like everything. Like, if you want to get something like that, even that's freaking huge. You're like, I have to factor that in.
And I had to be selective with it. I had to be extremely selective. I didn't get, well, there were two figures that I didn't necessarily need. I didn't need Doc Ock, and I didn't need, you know, Goblin, because I again, bro, I have the, I already have those versions and I love them.
Yeah,
I don't
me
have
too.
a problem with the ones that I have. They fit the scheme of what I want, and I'm definitely excited about. I even got like all black turtleneck for the one that I have, and it works. You know what I mean? It works. And it's decent. So I didn't really need to go after those, but I did want Electro. I did want the Tobey Maguire, and the Andrew Garfield comes next week. You know what I mean? So I did want those. Those are probably the only ones that I really wanted, and everything else I'm cool with. You know what I mean? Like I'm fine. But you know, again, it's just being with that line. I had to be really selective with. So
well, I think we have to.
I'm happy
like,
with my choices. Yeah.
And that's how I've been feeling too. And you know, it's funny that, you know, we're talking about this because I know, like, Dante, like, you shuffled a bunch, dude, and you got that fucking Predator statue, dude. That shit's badass, man.
I
like,
have to sell you know, 4 mojo cases full of figures. Like, I sold a lot, like a lot.
Wow,
To get straight, you know, but most of the stuff I sold was Marvel. Some DC stuff that I wasn't, that I was okay with to live without it. You know, some Star Wars I kept. I get rid of most of the Mandalorian line too. I just down to 3 only. Same thing with the Boba Fett one, down to 3. Then I have, you know, some 80s and 90s characters there. The DeLorean, I got the DeLorean. I have the Bad Pod. But yeah, it's difficult. Like, space is like it's a major concern. Like, again, this is all I have, and now that I'm thinking, is probably put shelves on top of this wall here. I mean, you guys cannot see, but there's a wall here. Maybe put some floating shelves and then put figures on the top. But the problem is that I like to keep it like in the case, like a mojo case. Only statues, like, I don't mind leaving it open like that, right?
Yeah.
But it's tough, man. Like, and I mean, I have a lot of figures also on pre-order, like for the No Way Home. You know, I have all the Spider-Mans. I have the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, and I don't even know where I'm gonna put those. So that's gonna be another headache for me. So I'm thinking maybe not to get them anymore. You know, because I can prioritize on other things, but I don't know.
Well, one of the things I've done, and you know, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier too, you know, in the beginning, with just me and Rob right at the beginning, is that, you know, well, and I've talked to a bunch of you guys about this too, but like my whole collection's been going over the past couple of years really is that I want everything in my collection to be like what I really, you can't, well, first of all, you can't say that because I watched fucking Clone Wars.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah. Well,
so why didn't you tell me?
I did. I told you today when you were this morning.
No, but you didn't tell me you watched all of it. Did you watch season 7?
Well, we watched the Siege of Mandalore. Yeah.
Did you watch
the final 4 episodes?
You watched every.
Nah, I didn't watch every. It doesn't matter. Remember, it was the Siege of Mandalore, and look, I watched 6 seasons of fucking Clone Wars, 6 of them.
Okay.
And then I watched the last 4 episodes. But yeah, we watched it in Discord together. It was awesome.
Oh, okay.
It was fucking awesome.
Okay.
So
it was
fun. There with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But, but no, but my fucking point is though, as cool as that is, right? That was my whole point. Like I want everything in my collection to be like every single thing I look at is like shit that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
That I just absolutely fucking love. And that's tough, right? Because you can have certain things that are just awesome. Like Spider-Man No Way Home was a great movie. Do I absolutely love that? Does it resonate with me like to the fucking grave? Probably not, right? So for me, I was like, as cool as it is, I don't want it. You know, it's that's where I'm trying to go. Now, if I had a huge space and a ton of money, I'm sure we'd all have every fucking thing. You know, but
true. It's true.
So I try to look at things like that and say, wow, you know what? That does look freaking awesome. I want it, but I don't need it. I don't need it. Because everything looks awesome. There's not one thing that comes out.
And that's the thing that kind of got me with, like we were talking about Clone Wars. Like I love the Clone Wars and got nothing but respect for the Clone Wars. But I had to really think about it. And that Dark Sidious was a turning point for me. When I saw that figure, I was like, damn, I really want that figure. But I was like, you know what? I can't. I gotta let it go. I can't get it. And the reason why is Star Wars is so big right now. It's so many different layers of Star Wars and so many different generations in Star Wars. Like OT would, I think just about everybody here, OT that's their Star Wars. But you know, for like Braden and a bunch of other people that, you know, that's out here watching this right now, the prequels are their Star Wars. And you know, in 10 years from now, the sequels, sadly to say it, I don't know why, but that's going to be somebody's entry to Star Wars.
Come on, you think those Apple Stormtroopers are ever going to be something people seek out?
Dude,
I don't think so, but in maybe 10 years from now, it'd be like Tyrion said. Like Tyrion said, we'll have to see in 10 years. We'll wait 10 years to see. You know, so I look at it like this. I had to really like, okay, Clone Wars is my jam. And when Clone Wars really got big, I know a lot of people kill me, hate when I say this, but I was out of Star Wars at that point. I was out of Star Wars.
A lot of people were.
I wasn't in it. I was just like, I'm done. And then I came back. So the Clone Wars is a blind spot for me. I'm catching up and watching and reading and learning more about it, and like, okay, and connecting all the dots from Mandalorian into the whole Filoni verse. I'm connecting the dots with it, but it's not exactly my Star Wars. So that means even though I like it, I enjoy the stories and what I'm learning and what I'm seeing from it, but I don't need to collect it because it's just too much. Now, if Star Wars is just my only thing, maybe I was trying to get into it, but I'm all over the place from the 80s to Star Wars, to Marvel, to this, to that, you know, to the obscure, to shit. Once again, the 80s, Lost Boys and shit like that.
How great is it going to be to get that figure?
I can't wait, man. Oh my God, I can't wait.
David
David
Sutherland.
David looks dope. He looks dope.
No, and I'm with you on that, you know, because I had so much Star Wars. I had so much Marvel. You know, and it's like, okay, it's cool. I love it, but then you're just like, I'm in the same boat, man. I'm all over the place, and I would much rather have, for me, and that's just my collecting, you know, I like to have the diversity of sorts, right? Where I know, like I'm so fucking excited that my damn the Cobra is finally shipping soon, you know, from Stallone's shop. Wow. Like,
man, I am like so bummed that I did not buy that.
Yes,
because I'll tell you something. I've been making a shelf of cops for movies. So I've got like Judge Dredd, nice. You know, and I've got RoboCop, and I've got Vincent Hanna from Heat, you know, Al Pacino.
Nice.
And so just cops. I've got Beverly Hills Cop. You know, it actually is right over there. Because but it's just, I thought it was funny, and I'm like, I'm gonna just make a shelf of cops one day. Judge Dredd, you know, and I put all these, and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Do you have
you know,
Riggs
and it's
you need
it's like,
Riggs and Murtaugh.
well, it's funny that it's funny that you say that, because I'm like, where are they? I'm looking for my Riggs and Murtaugh, and it's because that's what I've now gotten to the point where that's a fun shelf to have. Like, for instance, I didn't particularly love the Sylvester Stallone version of Judge Dredd, but the figure's really good. And I love Judge Dredd because I read the comics when they brought the 2000 AD comics over and published them in the 80s as Eagle Comics. I read all the early Judge Dredd stories. So I just love having multiple different iterations of Judge Dredd. Now, I don't know if anybody else would care, but I do. You know, I love my Judge. Somebody,
that's all that matters.
You know, for this line, this is Judge Anderson, but for this line, somebody made a Roadmaster, Judge Dredd's Judge Dredd's motorcycle. Now, I would love to find Bob Dylan, where's the Roadmaster for these for this Carl Urban?
And I bet you any money, man, he'll find it.
And I need one. That's what I need. I need a Roadmaster. And I love Kamen Rider, you know, and they're putting out, because Shin Kamen Rider, they're putting out the motorcycle, I think 3A, is it 3A? 3-0?
Oh yeah, 3-0 is doing one, and Hot Toys is doing the Black Sun one with the battle hopper.
But I want the green, the original with the new motorcycle. So I'm gonna get that. I don't know anybody that even knows what Kamen Rider is. So but I like it, you know, and so those are the kind of things that I'm gonna start concentrating more on, those things. You know, like those, like I'm an original Star Wars trilogy guy, and there's things I'm missing.
Yeah.
There's,
and I think,
you know, go back.
Yeah, bro. I think that, you know, for me, it's going to be the opposite from a lot of people, because I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. So anything that drops from Star Wars, you know, that's a representation of the lore, but just carrying on with that story. I mean, right now, you know, outside of George Lucas, I don't think anyone loves Star Wars more than Dave Filoni. And that's why I basically trust him. I trust his vision. I trust where he's going. And again, you got to remember, we got that Ahsoka line that's going to probably drop this week or get revealed this week. But I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm a sucker for anything else. I love Marvel, but I love Marvel comics. So that's why when it comes to figures, I'm very selective. And there's certain things that I just won't get. I won't touch. I'll scale back and be like, okay, I can pop this. I can get that. But that's where I keep it. I don't go down as deep as everybody else would, because there's, you know, again, you know, when it comes to collecting figures, when it comes to the modern tale of, you know, Marvel now, people are with that. You know, I'm more of a comic head. I'm more, you know, submersed into that. But when it comes to Star Wars, any and everything Star Wars that releases, I'll latch on to, because again, the storytelling, the lore, and things that I've grew up on since 1973 or 1977, I'm sorry, that's just where I'm at. So but I understand for people who aren't really, they're Star Wars fans, but they're selective, and that is because what sticks to them, what they label, what's going to be for them and what's not for them. For me, all of Star Wars as a whole, because it's a continuation of the story. That's why I'm welcoming of everything, even certain aspects of the sequels that people don't like, that I don't like. I still latch on what's good and what the possibilities could be. So I give it a chance. So again, I'm just welcoming of that lore. And I know, like Jay was talking about the Sidious, bro, when I fell in love with that thing as soon as it dropped. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, yeah, I'm in. And I knew I was going to be in, you know, so it's hard for me. Is there a lot of figures from Star Wars that I've completely dismissed? Yeah, I told myself I wasn't going to get the Bark Speeder and the Trooper, because again, at that time, it was just way too many Troopers for me. So I was like, I have to be selective when it comes to the Troopers. I can't do that. I can't. I was like, nah, I don't need it. I'm good with that. You know, even with this Anakin, as beautiful it is as it is, I didn't need it because I already have a light side Anakin. I have the Clone Wars. But for anything else, you know, because I am so into the lore itself, I love Star Wars. It is a part of me. It is my life. That's where I'm going to be. Marvel, again, on the other hand, I have to be selective. So, but it's different strokes for different folks. That's, I guess, what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I didn't actually ask you this either, since we brought this up, because I haven't talked to you, Dante, in a little bit. But what were your thoughts on this Sidious 2 when that shit? Because this was May 4th, this drop.
Yeah, I'm not into Clone Wars. Obviously, I know the characters because it's very known.
Sure, yeah, of
For
course,
this particular one, I'm not. I don't know. Like, I'm not too keen about this one though. Like, I don't think it looks like Palpatine. This one, I don't know. My opinion. I mean, if you're a Clone Wars fan, obviously, this is a must-have because you can get your collection nicely set with all those troopers that we have right now. So, yeah, this one here is it's a nice figure, but I still think that it's not as good as I would wanted to see this character. I don't know. The likeness is not there for me. So
no, I'm actually with Dante on this one, only because to your guys' point, like in my head it's like OT, you know what I'm saying, and that's how I kind of see him. Like I see like Return of the Jedi one, so when I don't see Return of the Jedi, it looks different for me because I wasn't that big into the clone. I don't know if that makes any sense, or even the prequels for that matter. So I look at a lot of these like that. But I mean, it was pretty damn cool to see it. As Dante just mentioned, that the Clone Wars is like blowing up. That's like a whole nother freaking line, that like is very difficult for a lot of us to go down, right? I mean, Jay, you mentioned like you've been watching and trying to, get through some stuff, and but like in our heads, like I feel like it's more OT. Does that make sense? Where you're like, this is cool, kind of like what to Leo's point, right? Like you're all encompassing.
Yeah.
Even though like we're all fans, but we're selective because there's certain things that we just resonate more with. Does that make any sense?
Exactly. No, that's exactly where I'm at with it. Like I accept it and love it, and I think it looks great. But it's not my Sidious. You know what I'm saying? It's Palpatine. It's Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Palpatine from the OT. That's what I gravitate to. That's what I'm accustomed to. So I mean, when it comes to like Clone Wars, for me, it's like this with Star Wars. With me, it's OT, the prequels. And it's funny because back in the day, I was like, "Oh, the prequels. I'm tired." That's what kind of drove me away from Star Wars. I was like, "Okay, I'm kind of done." Even though I loved the last one. But still, it was just like I was just done. I was just done with it. But for me right now, it is the OT, the prequels, and then Clone Wars. That's just how it is. That's just how it is for me. But I know it's a lot of people that love the Clone Wars, and like I said, looking at the stories, looking at videos, looking at going back and looking at the shows. I'm like, damn, this is a lot of good. It's a lot of good stuff in here. It makes sense. You start seeing the connective tissue. So I respect it, but I don't necessarily need to collect it. That's my whole thing. I don't need it. And when I looked at this figure right here, I was like, man, this looks good. I was feeling the hype. I was getting on that hype train. And then some told me, it was
right.
like, you already have, but you have Palpatine in the chair. You have that scene. You have that already displayed. You don't need this. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need this. And he does kind of look like Mr. Burns a little bit. And yeah, excellent. I don't need it. I don't need it. That's the thing. I like it, and I know Second Brother's going to get.
Come on, look at that picture right there, though. That's pretty badass. Come on.
It looks like Ian McDermott. It does. Okay, it really does, and that's what gets me. That's what pulls me to it, because I love head sculpts. That's my thing. I love that, the actor's likeness and capturing it. It's just art. I love that, but I necessarily don't need it. I think I'm good with my Palpatine on the throne. I'm good with that. Now they may go, Hot Toys may, because they're 2.0 on a lot of things, they may go back to the well and give us at some point another Palpatine that's that it's way better than the one that we have. So and I'll probably most likely be on board for that. But right now, I think I'm good. I don't need to get this, because this is what you would call a lead-in figure. I know me. I have to work against my collecting habits. Because
Right, you're like, if I get this,
I'm like, well, shit. Let me go get Obi-Wan. Oops, I got Obi-Wan now. Okay, well, let me go get Anakin. Oops, I got Anakin. Well, I need to go back and get my Ahsoka. I need to go get some troopers. And then here we are again.
yeah.
And this
Guys.
is what happens. And then
Vicious
I'm
circle.
back. And then you're back selling off shit, taking hits on you, not getting what you paid for, and it's just a waste. So that's why I'm like, no, I'm stick to my guns. I'm gonna stay out of it.
And I think that's where we've been preaching for the longest time, for people to collect only the things that you love and not what everybody else wants. Because the thing is, I told myself I would never fall victim to it again, and I've stuck by my guns. I'm only going to get the stuff that I want, and not because somebody else is telling me to get it. And the thing is for those of you out there who are collectors, and there's certain things that you want, even though you might hear some of us here say that we're not getting certain things because it's just not, doesn't mean that you can't. Don't let it deter you. The thing is, it's like the biggest thing is your own mind, please. And we have to you're having your own mind, thinking the way you want, and not being feeble-minded. Don't be weak-minded. Don't do it because somebody else is telling you to do it. Like, just collect what you want, what you love. You start down that path, then you'll only get the things that you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, I hate to keep going back to that Anakin, but half the people in there, I'm sorry, and they're gonna lie and say that they do, but half the people in there didn't want that figure.
I just have a question.
I agree.
They
I
didn't
agree.
want that figure.
They just want
They
to.
were only in it
know,
just because everybody else was talking about it.
Nope.
And they thought it was, I gotta have it just because you know what? Even it was a lot of people I saw making fun of the people who didn't get it. And that was like, really?
yeah, some people are like dicks. But it, just, you make a good point, Lael. So based on what you said about Anakin, what you said about Darth Sidious, why are we all wearing black shirts today?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That is true.
Mine, no. Mine is a dark blue.
I'm celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Hey, 50th anniversary all day.
Wait, hold on. So
We got to talk about that lot tonight.
Look at this.
I'm gonna get to Jedi's Chris super chat in a second. But so what is it? You're wearing the black suit.
I
This
am
is the
wearing
McFarlane 300
the
variant,
amazing
isn't it?
Inspired. Yes, it is, bro. You already know. This is me all day. I'm celebrating my love for this in the simple fact that, again, not to prove to everybody, but I just have to share my excitement that I have secured the bag of this black suit that will be hitting the VGM. I'm excited about that piece more than most.
I secured mine too.
I am super excited about that piece. And this right here, again, I put this on because, again, I was talking about this earlier, bro. Toya, she woke up the other day. She was like, "You're a collector, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "And you love collecting comics. You're a blurred." For people that don't really know what that means, black nerd. I'm a blurred. So that's what it is. And you celebrate that. So you should not. Why don't you basically wear this stuff out in public? And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I do, but maybe I don't do it enough. So I got up and I was like, you know what? You're right. Baby, you are right. You have to listen to the missus. I threw this on and I felt so proud and comfortable. I got compliments on this shirt all day. I was like, you know what? Baby, you are the best.
It's a fucking banger.
It is a banger.
It
is a
banger.
badass shirt, bro. Definitely.
Yes,
I'm gonna cycle everybody because now you bring up this point, Dante. So Rob, you are wearing a 50-year hip hop celebration.
No, this is
No.
that's why I said I was right. No, this is
cool.
actually okay. I'll ask this is a very, very, very obscure T-shirt. This is for Harlington Straker Studios. It's a Harlington Straker Studios shirt, and I wonder if anyone in the chat knows what that's from.
20 points if you know in the chat.
Yeah, Harlington Straker Studios.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce it around, Jay.
Hey,
What you got? Death Row shirt.
you already know what this is. I'm stuck in the 90s, and it ain't nothing but a gangster party over here. That's how it is.
So you are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
You know it, brother.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
And what about you, Dante? Just a black shirt?
I'm wearing a generic black shirt. Actually, this is a what is this? Calvin Klein. I think so. Yeah, this is a generic black shirt. You know, it's very comfortable, so that's why I like
I
to
like
wear
that
it
it's got
most
the
of
lines
time.
right there across the chest.
Yeah, it has like a line. Like
Oh
a
yeah,
very
I like that.
subtle line.
That's
Very,
It's
nice.
a
very
very
snazzy.
yeah, it's very super
It's
comfortable.
snazzy.
Super
Damn, I'm looking at that
comfortable.
Predator behind you.
Dude, this thing
Yeah,
is
Predator.
huge, man. Hold on, let me.
Awesome.
Oh, that's right. You're.
Deal. Look at that.
Oh my god, look at that.
Damn,
That is
Daniel.
amazing.
Look at that, bro.
No wonder you sold off so much shit.
Hey,
That's
yo,
perfect,
Dante.
bro.
Hey, yo, Dante, but check
Yes,
it
sir.
out. You know what the crazy part of it is funny that you talking over the mic like that. It was super funny. But you know what was crazy about this the whole time that you were selling stuff off and getting ready a couple of things?
Yes,
you know
sir.
what the talk was? You know what
What?
the rumor mill was, bro? Did you
What?
hear the rumor?
No.
Oh, Dante is financially strapped. He's going through problems. He's this, that, and the third. I'm like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That
No,
was the
thanks
rumor.
God. Thanks God, no.
Yeah, bro.
No financial issues on my end, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Actually,
clearly.
traveling
Oh,
more. That's for sure.
That thing is a beast, bro. I don't even want to know how much you pay for that son bitch, but that is a beast.
It's fucking
Actually,
awesome,
this
bro.
one I paid 3,500 all in.
Oh wow. Who makes that?
Hey, how much?
That's Prime
3,500.
Oh, 35. Yeah, that's
Wow, that's
incredible.
Prime.
Yeah,
One.
that was
Wow.
Prime 1. Prime 1. This is Prime
Okay.
1 Cell. If you guys are into Dragon Ball, that's Infinity Studios.
Nice,
That
bro.
Goku there comes with 3 amazing head sculpts. I bought that base from Jack Stu. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but
It's so
and
funny. You're so low down
I
there.
know. You get the idea. So then, fuck, right there. Yeah, the Prime 1 Goku. Underneath, I have the Joker from Prime 1 with a bust. I have a Queen Studios Batman here. On the top, which you guys cannot see, I have the Dark Knight Returns Batman from Sideshow, which is actually that statue. I liked it from the beginning, but I wasn't too sure of getting it. But Easy got it, and he was sharing pictures, and I started getting into like, wow, it looks pretty good. So I got
Yeah.
that one, and then I have Vegeta from Riot Studios.
Dude, it's badass, man.
Yeah, and it comes
You're,
with
like,
3 head
literally
sculpts too.
Everything you love.
Yeah, and this is my light that I have at the bottom that I use for my reviews.
It's
This
badass.
is where I'm
nice. So
gonna
it's all.
put. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna put all my statues here. I mean, like, maybe 3 here, but in the
Oh,
meantime,
that'll fit. Yeah.
repurposing it for that.
Yeah, but I like how you do that. Then I like how you've purposed that stand so you can do you have a light box underneath. So that's freaking.
No, it's not a light bug. It's the light. It's the light that you
But that's
have.
what I mean. Like
similar
you
to
do
the
your
one you-
reviews and stuff there. Like it's multi-purpose. Like I got to pull shit out
No,
and like.
actually, I
Yeah.
do it outside my office. Like,
Oh, you
I
are?
have,
wow.
I have
Okay.
a I have a black backdrop that you can just pull it up and down, and then I have
Okay.
a black table. Put some lights. I have lights like this, or another set that I put it behind it, and then just do it from there. It's actually much easier for me. You know.
It's badass,
Nice.
dude.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Speaking of the black suit, late bloomer, yeah, secured his as well, man. And speaking
Yeah.
of late bloomer, man, kudos, man. He was over on Collector Joey, man. You killed it, bro.
Yeah.
Killing it
Yes,
over
he
there.
did. Yes, he
It was
is.
Late
awesome.
bloomer, my guy, bro. That is my guy. What's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
That was awesome, man. That's really cool. He's a good friend of ours, man. And Discord, man, guys, come check out the Discord if you haven't either. It's freaking so fun in there, and I'm not really giving it enough explanation, but yeah, dude, that's fun, man. So that was awesome, man. You did a great job over there, man.
And nobody noticed, but I all my SH figures I put in a box. I have to make some sacrifices. I was thinking about
Wow.
selling them. But I like them so much because they're so colorful and nice. And I'm still buying those. So it's funny. I didn't stop buying. So I'm hoping that by the time I get my studio up and running, maybe in a couple more years, fingers crossed, then I'll put those, in
Bro,
the
you have
proper
some room
display.
for-
Right, but right now I have to sacrifice. I mean, I still have
Yeah.
them. I can see them. It's in I have a closet outside.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's tough. When you have a space, when you don't have a space, it's tough. And the reason why I think I made a video about it, why I was selling my figures. It was number one because I was going into statues, so I needed to repurpose the funds and not spend my own money. So that's basically what I did. But at the same time, I was
heard
buying.
you got into porn. I heard you were getting.
I have an OnlyFans page, so if you guys
Okay.
want
Okay. At least it specifies that. At least I was waiting for you to say that, because if you would have lied and not said it, I would have pulled up some proof.
Yeah. I didn't hear that rumor, so that was actually funny that you mentioned that. But usually when you sell something, people can associate, oh, the guy's broke or whatever. You know, it's normally and it could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
You know what though? Even if you were broke, that shit is fucking
business.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm broke
anyway.
as shit, man, and some shit had to go. You
Mhm.
know, some shit had to go. I mean, I'm like, well, I had
yeah,
this for a
bro.
long time. Retail, I'll make a little bit from it.
Oh, I'll
Helps
tell
out.
everybody right now that Ecto-1 kicked my ass. So yeah, I had to sell all stuff to replenish some of those funds. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's damn near $2,000 for that thing.
Mhm. Huh.
But real quick, Jedi Chris, man, dude, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat, man. I know I didn't get a chance to get to you earlier, man, but he says I'm ready for that Blue Beetle figure. Great movie. Oh, yeah, I've heard nothing but great. I want to go see it. So
Yeah. It
yeah,
was good.
dude, thank you,
It was
man.
good.
Yeah, it was good,
Yeah.
bro. It was pretty good. It was definitely.
Oh, you went and saw it already? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Okay. I may try to go see it in the next few days or something here when Sean's off, or one of my roommates, you know what I mean? We'll go check it out, man. Jeez, dude. Yeah. Well, oh, speaking of figures, and this is an interesting point because we talk about things that we have that we maybe we don't need because we have, and there's another version and this and that, but what about this Black Panther? I'm curious
Come on,
with you
dude.
guys, because
How can you not want that?
So
Bruh.
happy.
I want
so
that.
happy. I'm so happy.
Bruh.
My comic shop is
Mhm.
already getting this in. They'll have this in next week. Because I didn't pre-order and I wasn't able to get it from Sideshow, but I'll be able to get
Bruh.
it from my
Bruh.
local shop.
Yeah, man. Who doesn't want this?
Bro,
Come on.
it'll be here next Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm so excited. This is I was over the moon when I got the notification that it was, shipping, or that it was.
Now, is this a new head sculpt, Lael?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No,
But-
and it's
but
weird
it's a
though,
re-
right?
The paint, the painting is updated though,
the
right?
Yeah.
paint is updated on it. It does look repurposed from the original. Here's the thing. This does look different from the standalone film.
Yeah.
It does. The
Isn't
sculpt
this the
looks-
Civil War suit?
It's the
Yes.
Civil War suit, yeah.
Yes.
This is the Civil War suit, but the head sculpt looks different from the standalone. This is on that, and it looks good.
Like
This
right
actually
there,
looks
it looks
good,
good.
bro.
Yeah.
It actually
Yeah,
looks
it does.
good. So yeah, I am, and with this particular suit, the articulation is better. So what they did is they scaled back on the suit is it's more breathable, put it that way. So yeah, I'm excited about this, bro. I cannot this right here. I mean, come on, man. Like, this is incredible. It is. For people who didn't get a chance to get the original suit, you can get this one now. And now that comes with the ceremonial shield and the actual mask. Come on, man. I love this, bro.
Yeah. It's really
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that's actually really cool, man. And just like this, I had the blacklight one, right? That was the movie. I had the movie
Yeah.
version.
Right. Yep.
But again, though, because it's a weird slope, right? Because I pretty much got out of like MCU, but I'll still have a couple here and there, right? Particularly they are MCU, I guess. The zombie, Iron Man, and then the Dead Strange, but I'm building a zombie thing, right? But there's still a couple other that I here and there, and I think selling it, I almost kind of want to get this one again, just because it is so cool, man. And I really liked him as Black Panther, and sadly he's no longer with us. So there's things like that where you're like, well, you know what, if I had just one thing, that can kind of represent that, and like you said, a lot of people had missed out on the previous two, and it does look really good. He does look really good,
bro.
man.
It looks
I love
like
that.
I love
fucking
that
mask
too.
right there,
I
dude.
love that.
Yeah.
That brings me back comic wise almost,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bro, it's a beautiful piece to have. And again, this week, it was just a nice fitting ending to have both the production photos for this and then also the release of the Dewback, you know what I mean, or the reveal of the Dewback. Yeah, bro, I was elated. It's definitely a good time, bro, and I was so excited to see it.
Man, yeah, dude, this looks pretty good, man. Dude, no, much love to you too, brother, man. Of course,
Absolutely.
man. Yeah, man, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Wish you had the little cape. Yeah, but dude, I'd have to say this is a pretty nice release. I was a little confused though when it was first announced, because like you mentioned, it's the Civil War outfit, but it's a Black Panther movie, but it's like it's not necessarily a 2.0, but kind of, and it's a weird, it's like RoboCop, dude, that's coming out soon. That RoboCop's like a weird mix of the movies. I don't
Yeah, but this is definitely a beautiful piece, bro. Like, I mean, hands down, excited about it. And even though we didn't see, we did see this suit in the very beginning of the film.
Yes.
So it was in the actual film. You know what I mean? It just,
I guess that's true.
It was a transition, but yeah, man, like this, because I love this suit more than I loved the blacklight version, the standalone version. I like this suit more because this is more traditional, comic accurate sort of suit. So that's why I kind of gravitate more to this one, and it looks so good, bro. It definitely looks good.
It's a nice photo.
I was I had the previous version, the original one from the standalone movie. This one looks very nice. I might get it, but I still am on the fence on this one because I don't have any Marvel figures really, so I don't know how this is gonna fit. But I was in my head, I had a vision of how to do this review with a nice intro, and probably that's gonna be the reason why I'm gonna get this one, just because I want to see if I can make it happen the way I'm thinking how I want to make that intro. So but this one looks very good. I mean, I like the body itself is really good. I mean, proportion wise seems to be amazing. The head sculpt is exactly the same as the other one, but obviously with a better paint application, and that can make a huge difference on any head sculpt. And the amount of accessories, I mean, you have options, tons of options with this one. So yeah, this is, even if you are not into Marvel, but you appreciate, because I think this was one of the best movies I've seen. This Black Panther was one of the best movies I've seen.
Yes.
And the character, the way he portrayed, 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠, I think that was perfect. So just because of that, he deserves a space in the collection somewhere. And if you have the throne like this one, forget it.
Hell yeah.
Even better. But yeah, this is a good one, very good one. I'm still thinking about getting it. Chances are I might, but probably it's gonna be after I'm back from vacation, because I'm already broke.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
I know.
But just look at like everything coming, like everything that stands to come. I mean, we have Logan coming from Days of Future Past, that Wolverine, bro. And that is going to be that's going to be incredible.
I can't wait to get that.
The year.
Yeah.
Bro, it's going to be phenomenal to have that in your collection. Like, it's so much coming. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about that Morbius, bro, because of what I want to do with it. Film aside, I can give two shits about the film, but just to have that figure in my collection, bro, and so many things. Because we were talking about this, bro. Bro, to have that figure, bro. Yeah. Like, not only with Blade, but even if you just wanted to kind of step out of that arena and have him versus David, bro, that would be phenomenal.
How cool would that be?
That would be incredible, bro.
I mean, definitely Blade, but that for sure. Obviously,
bro.
Any Spider-Man works.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
You could even throw him in with all the other Spider-Man villains. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with it, bro.
Yeah,
so much you can do with it. And I just think the tailoring on it, the diorama that you get with the bats and stuff, man, it looks phenomenal, bro. It looks good. I can't wait. Yeah,
man. But you're right. We've got a lot of stuff around the corner, dude.
Bro. A lot. And that's why, like, when you jump in a gun, like when you look at like some of the releases and things that have been revealed, and you're putting stock into that, it's just like sometimes you got to think, all right, well, what's coming next? Like, what else is coming? What stands to be dropping soon? Like, what may hit my, you know what I mean? What might I get notifications on next? What might, you know what I mean? So when you think about this, like, oh shit, this is coming. You know what I mean? Like, this is happening. Like, this is really, really, really happening. So yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And with even all the freaking announcements too, right? I mean, like we have so much all coming soon, but then yeah, all the announcements are pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
But Rob, are you guys doing your show tonight, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean, Laels can,
Yeah.
Okay.
About what, an hour? We got like an hour.
Yeah. That's why I got to
Alright.
jump off soon because I got to feed the dogs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're around 2 hours, so I
Now,
figured maybe we'll probably wrap.
I got to ask you guys something. This is not
Yeah, of
figure
course.
related, but it's Star Wars related.
Yo,
Do you guys collect Star Wars Lego at all?
I do. Hell yeah,
I
bro.
don't.
Give me.
You brought a good point. I used to have the Millennium Falcon. I sold it a few years ago, and I want to get it back because I love that shit so much. And the reason why I sold it is because I didn't know where to put it. But now that I kind of thinking if I get it back, maybe put it in the wall. But then I'm thinking, fuck, I have all the statues coming. That was the best thing I ever owned, man. That
Okay,
Lego.
well,
I even have the
asked-
artisan version of the slave one.
I ask
Wow.
you guys because there is a Lego knockoff. I think it's out of China called Mould King, and they make the Nebulon B medical frigate. It is
real?
Legos, dude. I got to send you the link here. I'm gonna put the link in. I'll send. Wait, where is it?
That's
Yeah, here it
crazy.
is. Now,
Sure.
and people are saying it's awesome. I just put it in the private
Word.
thing. And you can get it at Amazon. It's $218. And when you look at it, I'm like, I have to have this.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
As a yeah, right? I'm like, I need to get this.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right?
They
All
went
right.
that
Well, that's pretty freaking crazy looking.
I
They
know.
went that route. They really went that route. Wow. Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm like, I need this.
Okay.
Mold King.
It's got
This is
6,000
crazy.
pieces.
Mold King, bro. But it
Shit.
says Lego, but they call themselves Mold King. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
That's
know.
phenomenal.
I
That's
just don't know if
phenomenal.
you've heard of it or whatever, but I think someone's got to drop the green on that, and that person might be me.
Well, geez, man, that's actually pretty badass, dude.
I know.
They even got the
Yeah.
Razor Crest and the
Mhm.
tent. Oh, bro, they even got the Tantive. Oh, wow.
Dude, I know.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
And they have a
Well-
yeah. That it's, and I'm just looking at this going,
Yeah, Jesus. Nope. I can't do it, man. Animal style. Everything says Leo. I'm building the UCCS Slave 1 as we speak. That's pretty cool, man. Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're probably gonna wrap here in a minute, man, because I know everybody's got to get going. I know Dante, you got an early thing tomorrow. Jay's already out, apparently. He might come right back. I don't know, but dude, Dante, I think you're muted, but maybe.
Sorry, yes, I was muted.
No, you're good. You're good. Dude, it's nice hanging out, man. It's been a minute,
No, man.
dude. So
Thanks for the invite. Nice to see you, Lel, everyone. Thank you
Yes, sir.
guys for the support. We had a really nice show yesterday doing this live event for the Anakin, which actually none of us got it. But
Yeah.
but it's fine. We're gonna go back to streaming next Friday. I'm actually be back on Thursday, but late. But Friday I'll do the stream. And I'm gonna try to make this more consistent every Friday. It was kind of fun reconnecting with some friends after a long time, so I think it's gonna be fun. Thank you for the invite. I have
course,
a
brother.
review right now up, which is the Joker, Marsto's Joker. I used to have the Hot Toys version. I sold them many years ago. Regret it, of course, because that's always what happens when I sell stuff. I regret some of them. But, because right now it's too pricey, I got the third-party one just to kind of like have some type of presence there. Very good figure, though. But for the price, not bad at all. So check it out if you get some time. And collection tour is going to happen probably next month. I was thinking to do one before traveling, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to wait because I have a few figures coming in as well. So I just want to have more to display. So yeah, so that's coming. But thank you for the invite. Thank you everyone in the chat, and have fun. Enjoy collecting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, it's freaking always fun, bro. And guys, obviously, links are in the description for everybody, man. Don't sleep on anybody here, man. If you haven't already subscribed to everybody here, man. I'm just gonna bounce around, man. Rob, you got a show coming up, but hey.
Yeah, show tonight, show tomorrow. We do our physical media show tomorrow. Dieter and I, and then 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗍𝒡s, doing more of those. Yeah, so stay tuned. A lot of stuff coming on the channel, but right now, steady as she goes.
Steady as she goes. No, yeah, you have, man. It's been nonstop, man. I've been trying to tune in every time I can. I was gonna tune in last night too, but I was like, oh, I guess
tonight.
Yeah.
It was Elizabeth was. I just had some family stuff that was going on. I'm like, I had to help out, so I'm like, I can't leave.
No, totally understandable. Totally understandable. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Either way, guys. Yes,
because I want to hear all about Lael's trip to New York to Brooklyn, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. I want to hear all
nice,
about
dude.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in Brooklyn next week. Not this weekend, but the following weekend as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
man, were you guys dressed to the nines?
Yeah, you know what, bro? Like, I'm living in this space where I want to be as comfortable as possible, but being as comfortable as possible when you have a girl who's almost like damn near, she doesn't want to say it and she doesn't want to believe she is, but she's herself her own fashion icon and Model S type of individual. It's like you don't want to like trash when you're around your girls. So it's like,
dude, I was worried about you. I was like, is he gonna have to fight dudes off in Brooklyn? Like, is he gonna have to step up and protect her honor? Because man, she looked good.
We were believe it or not, we were around like family, like all family. You couldn't see it in the picture, but it was like 40 of us there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No, I told her. I even wrote. I left a message. I said that's on point, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were looking
respectfully,
good out there,
of course. Respectfully.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, other than that, man, what do you got going on, little man?
Well, we got again Midnight Musings tonight. I got Collectors Lounge International tomorrow, 12 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. We're just gonna kind of recap this week. Also gonna talk about Dante's OnlyFans. Well, we're gonna probably cover that like slightly. We'll probably cover that slightly, just a little bit. We won't say too much about it because I mean we're just getting the deets on that. But now we're gonna talk about a couple things. That's coming up. We got Monday comic book talk with friends, kind of recapping on what's going on in the cinematic universe. Also talking about Blue Beetle. Just now, especially since they made the announcement that Zolo is going to be their Blue Beetle going forward. We're going to also talk about and I'm telling you, if you are comic kids out there, if you are X-Men fans, if you are not reading the Fall of X right now,
wait a minute. Look, I've got X-Men all over my body. What the hell is the Fall of X?
Dude,
nothing but good things.
Read Hellfire Club Gala 2023.
That's what you got to read first,
bro.
You guys are telling me that there's X-Men in 2023 that's good?
Yes.
Oh my, dude.
Oh my God, yes, bro.
I tell you.
Oh hell yeah, bro. Because it's spread out over different. Because there's now. Put it this way, bro. What you don't know right now. Let me just explain it to you.
Okay.
So you have the White Queen herself, Emma Frost, is married to Tony Stark. They're about to get married.
Oh, wow.
For a reason. There's reasons behind it. Number one, like Krakoa has been completely obliterated right now, almost. X-Men are scattered around everywhere. They're basically on a hunt. We have Shadowcat back. She's back. And when I
Direct
say
shop.
in rare form, she's wrecked. She's killing everybody, bro. She's out for vengeance right now.
So you're saying I need to start at Hellfire Club?
You need to start at Hellfire's Gala. It is basically it's the introduction of also Miss Marvel, who is now a mutant.
Because I'm writing it down.
I think a lot of people. Did you read any of the Hickman-Krakoa era of X-Men?
Yeah.
So if you've read that, then you're in a good place.
If you're up on House of X, you don't need to know everything, but if you know Moira McTaggart and you know the Krakoa era and all that, just because I there's so many things I've got to catch up on, but it didn't matter. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. But Hellfire's Galas.
Yeah, you got to read Hellfire, and even though it's $9, don't just buy it.
No, whatever. Bro. So what's the one now you're saying? Age of X? Is that what it is? Or
no, it's the Fall of X.
Fall of X. Okay.
It's the Fall
of
X.
So everything going right now.
Yeah, that's still going on. That's the major tie-in, right? That's the major
it's the
right
end
now.
of the Krakoa era.
Yeah, so they're ending that Krakoa era. So Hickman's run, like people who pretty much didn't like the whole resurrection of all the mutants, people who didn't really like the Krakoa Araco era, this I think is ending that. We don't know
which is a mistake because that was it was good.
Okay.
Yeah. But bro, right now, Fall of X is like the last, because I just got done reading. You got to also read Dark X-Men, the new Dark X-Men. That's incredible because
there's a new Dark X-Men.
Yeah, there's a new Dark X-Men. You got to read that. I just got done, bro. There's a lot going on, bro.
It's all branded Fall of X.
Yeah.
It is okay. So they're just it's like everything else. It's just going to bounce from. It's got the brand, but it's going into
you got to start
issues.
with Hellfire Gala 2023.
Start with the Hellfire Gala because it all starts there. Hell breaks loose there. Just when you think everything is perfect and hunky dory, hell no.
And when you say hell breaks loose, it hasn't broken loose like this in a long time. Any
All right.
In a long time. In a long time, bro. Nobody's safe. Nobody. Nobody.
Well, I need to check it out then. I liked, like the Avengers X-Men Utopia, and then like Second Coming, all of that, the whole Dark Avengers that went through Siege and so on. And, and then I kind of fell off a little bit. So I never
you'll be excited about.
Yeah. I mean, the X-Men was
feel for it, bro.
I'm a huge X-Men fan. I got all the omnibuses behind me, and I have to tell you that I fell off too. Like I left the last 10 years. What was Faith and the Utopia and all that stuff. Messiah Complex and all that. I read all that. Mm-hmm. What a Second Coming. I think.
Second Coming was after with Hope and.
I ended soon. I just got tired of it. I'm like, it's all the same.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Hickman era was it was so weird and new and that I'm like, I'm so into this. How are House of X and Powers of 10? And then I'm like, okay, this is new and I like this science fiction. It's cool. A lot of people didn't dig it. I'm like, how can you not? It's been the same shit for 40 years.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
I'll check it because I've been hearing that, and you guys are saying it too, and I trust you guys about it because I'm always been an X-Men fan. So
yeah, read it, bro. You won't be disappointed. It is definitely incredible. It is.
All right, man. I will. Bob Dylan's here in the house, though. Speaking of, we were talking about you earlier. Nothing but good things. Almost at 100 likes. Hit that like. Guys, man. Hit that like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, too, guys, man. We're on the climb, man, my friends. And of course,
I must run because I gotta go prep, but I gotta go feed the dogs.
Yeah, I gotta prep too. I gotta get my tea ready. Go up here and sit with the lady for at least a couple minutes before we get live. We go live, man. So I'm all right.
Well, if you guys need to dip, I'm just gonna let Jay have the stage and then we're outie. But if not,
and also one last thing. I just wanted, because I did broker a deal. I did actually get us sponsorship, and Jay, the candy cologne fragrance is coming pretty soon. Also, if y'all want that, if you want that ice cream Tony shirt, we're working on that. So definitely be here.
See, y'all, this man keeps me working because I'm over here signing 𝗕𝗔𝗊𝗘𝗥 boxes as well.
That's awesome. Well, what else do you have going on, Jay, man? Before we
outside of signing 𝗕𝗕𝗙𝗎𝗔𝗐 boxes,
I'll see you guys later.
All right, guys.
All right, brothers.
peddling Ice Cream Tony merchandise and reading Fall of X. Man, dealing with this kid that won't stop crying, man. I'm telling you, anybody, all my parents out there, and y'all got little ones that are sick, or you know my misery. So yeah, we're living in misery right now. So I'm about to go back upstairs and deal with that. So that's gonna be fun. No rest for the wicked. But yeah, no, it was good. Thank you for having me here tonight. Just dealing with that, dealing with parenthood, and we had a good show last week with Best of the Best. Thank you for being there. It was great. Also, what else we got going on? Like I said, I'll be getting Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I'll be getting that this week, and be getting that Black Panther. So yeah, I'll be getting that from my local comic shop. So I'll be doing reviews on that. And maybe getting that WB 100 Wonder Woman, maybe getting it. Still working that out, but that may be coming home as well. So we're gonna have to do a little review for that as well. And collection tour. It's been about time. Last collection tour I did was about 8 months ago.
Yeah,
so,
me too. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just wait till the end of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, man. And then I keep getting shit. You know how it is. You keep getting shit like, well, I'll wait for this to come. And I'm like, I'll wait for this to come. And it's like, if you keep doing that, you'll never do it. So
yeah, I get you, man.
But man,
guys, we are probably gonna wrap. Then I know everybody's got to get going here, dude. Whatever's going on with me, I don't know. I got a Tuesday show coming up. I just dropped a review / informative and instructional sort of video on the DeLorean from Back to the Future 2.
Nice,
guys, go check it out. It was a lot of fun. Put a lot of work into it, but go check it out, man. If you haven't already, if you like the DeLorean, whatever. Then obviously next Saturday. Got a couple of the guests coming. We're gonna do have Shiloh coming back first week of September from New Wave Toys. We talked about that right at the beginning of the show with all the arcades. That's gonna be fun. Probably gonna have Yost back on from Jazz Inc. in a little while too. Speaking of, I got a couple things from him. I got the 66 Batmobile I'm still working on, and we're on Falcon Cockpit. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned to all my Trekkies out there, man. We got some good stuff on Horizon. You guys are gonna be seeing soon.
Yes.
So until then, man, thank you guys both, everybody else, Rob, Bale, who left, for coming tonight. Everybody in the chat, man, thank you guys, man. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, man, till next time, we're out of here.
Peace out.
Have a good one.